Princess Florine and the Bluebird. In the heart of a distant kingdom, Princess Florine lived a life of quiet grace. Her days were spent in a gilded palace surrounded by lush gardens, yet her heart yearned for something more. Despite the wealth and beauty of her surroundings, Florine felt isolated, her every move shadowed by royal duties and the expectations of her station. Her only solace was her love for the garden, where she found peace among the blossoms and the symphony of birdsong. One evening, as the golden hues of sunset bathed the garden, Florine heard a faint, sorrowful chirp. Following the sound, she discovered a small bluebird lying beneath a rosebush, its shimmering feathers tangled in thorns. Its sapphire plumage caught the fading sunlight, sparkling like a precious gem. Florine knelt beside it, her heart aching at the sight. "Don't worry, little one," she murmured, gently freeing it from the thorns. She cradled the bird in her hands, marveling at the warmth and life in its fragile form. She carried it to her chambers, where she carefully cleaned its wounds and wrapped them with strips of silk. As the moonlight streamed through her window, the bird stirred and opened its eyes. To Florine's astonishment, it spoke. Its voice was soft, but filled with an otherworldly power. "Thank you, Princess Florine," it said. "Your kindness has saved me. I am Prince Zephyr, a royal cursed into this form by a jealous sorcerer. Only a heart as pure as yours can help me break the spell." Florine's breath caught, but her resolve was unwavering. "Tell me, Prince Zephyr, how can I help you?" "The curse can only be lifted," he explained, "if we find the Sorcerer of Shadows and convince him to undo it. But he is a cunning and dangerous foe. The journey will not be easy." Determined to help the prince, Florine packed a satchel with provisions and a small vial of water from the palace's enchanted spring, said to heal any ailment. The next morning, she slipped away from the palace with Zephyr perched on her shoulder, his soft feathers brushing against her cheek as he guided her toward the dark woods where the sorcerer resided. Their journey was fraught with peril. The enchanted forest was a labyrinth of twisted trees and shimmering mists. Shadows moved just beyond sight, and whispers filled the air, testing Florine's courage. At one point, they encountered a raging river guarded by a sly water sprite who demanded a riddle in exchange for safe passage. "What runs without feet and murmurs without a tongue?" asked the sprite, her voice like the rippling current. Florine pondered the question before replying, "A river." The sprite smiled and stepped aside, allowing them to cross. Zephyr looked at Florine with admiration, his sapphire eyes gleaming with approval. "Your wit is as sharp as your kindness, princess." Deeper into the woods, they came across a clearing where a giant willow stood. Its branches seemed to weep, and beneath its roots they found a fox trapped in a magical snare. Though weary, Florine freed the creature. In gratitude, the fox revealed a secret path through the woods, warning them of the dangers ahead. Finally, they reached the Sorcerer of Shadows, who dwelled in a castle of black crystal. The air was thick with magic, and the sorcerer, cloaked in swirling darkness, sneered at their arrival. "Why should I undo my handiwork?" he demanded. "What can you offer me in return?" Florine stepped forward, her voice steady. "I offer you my compassion. Release Prince Zephyr, and I will show you that even the darkest heart can find light." The sorcerer laughed, but Florine's sincerity pierced his defenses. Seeing her unwavering determination, he agreed to a test. A single, impossible task. Florine must retrieve a single tear of joy from a creature that had known only sorrow.